And I hope you're all doing well. So we're here again for another Nemesis update. There's hundreds of them on YouTube at the moment, but I'm bringing you another. Not much has changed since the last time I did the update last week or whenever it was. Nothing's really changed. There is a few bits that I am going to show you today though, such as the lift hill's been painted. Some scaffolding was being taken down earlier this morning as well when I got here. But let's go and have a look around and see what's happening. Right, so we're here on platform. Let's, oh, there we go, that's better. I'm using gimbal, so excuse me for the terrible angles at times. But yeah, we're just going to walk down the platform, let's see what's happening. I have already walked down here once, just to make sure that nothing major had happened before I started recording.
We are the Balance, delivering strength in control.
Oh, nearly tripped. Where there's a blame, there's a claim. Oh, they're lifting something on crane at the moment. Not sure what though. They look like they're doing something to the corkscrew, funnily enough. I'm just behind the tree here. You can see the orange and yellow. I'm not really sure what they're doing, but we can have a nice look today, because it's a bit quiet around here of the actual track itself. Zoomed in shot of that field.
Lab.
So if we take a look, the station now is becoming a nice grey and black, like a very dark grey at the moment. I said in my recent vlog that I wouldn't like if they just kept that as grey. However, looking at that today, it looks much better than I actually think black would. I think the grey and red is going to work really well against the black and red track. Monorail watch. So yeah, it's definitely looking much better at the moment. Not much really has changed from the last time I was here. It just seems a little darker.
Everything is
See if I can spot something
control.
else. As per other people who have been recording the construction, where I'm looking at right now, it was an outline or a cutout of what we believe to be the eye, as the Nemesis eye, which is around that area here, has been removed. Well, that stenciling, or whatever you want to call it, has now been removed, and we're not sure what's happened to it. I have a feeling it's most likely something that's going to end up in the station. However, it's really quite hard to say. I'm going to pop round though and see what this gentleman over in the cherry picker thing's doing.
Balance, we welcome visitors to the
As you can see, the lift hill has now been partially painted. You can just see at the top, just before the trees, that it's still a little grey. So obviously they're still doing some work. I saw them taking down some scaffolding a bit further down where the actual lift hill is painted earlier. So I'm assuming that they might be done with that area. It looks like we're probably not going to be getting stenciling on that area at the moment, which is a bit of a shame, unless that's going to be added at a later date. I'm not 100% sure. The gentleman in the cherry picker has now just disappeared. I'm not really sure what he was doing, but he was doing some work, obviously, as you'll just see, to the corkscrew, the first corkscrew. And now that he's miles in the air, I don't know where he's going. Looks like he's going to the lift hill, maybe? We'll find out. So I've just been chatting with some other enthusiasts, so I haven't been recording. However, they are doing some more painting work on the top of the station at the moment. There's 3 gentlemen stood there. Just over to the left, just there, under the red tentacle section, has been repainted. Well, another layer added on, so it looks very fresh there at the minute. One thing to point out, and I'll just try and get a good shot, hang on, is that the sanded down sections of the loop have now been painted over, so we can no longer see the silver or steel underneath. It's now being covered up, which is good to see. So I just thought I'd show you the lift hill. They are currently, as you can see, just in the centre, pretty much in the centre, doing some lifting at the moment with the crane. There you go, there's the lift hill. It is going black at the moment, and it's grey at the top, as you can see. Further down, actually at the bottom of the lift hill, it is still grey as well. It kind of looks like they've just started at the centre of the lift hill, and obviously we'll finish up both sides as and when they can. I'm not really sure what they're lifting in and out of the construction site at the moment. However, they're doing something. So I'm going to go down and have a look at the brake run now, because that's been painted. So let's go and have a look at that. So I'm just down here looking at the brake run at the minute. As you can see, just over to the left here, that has now been painted. And if we just spin to the right, look, we can see where the new track and the old track meet. So obviously the new track here with the red stenciling, and then you come into the brake run here. However, that is at the moment just black. I really hope they do add some stenciling to it. However, are they really going to bring out the people who did the stenciling on the new track just to stencil some old track? We don't know. I hope they do, but it's highly unlikely they're going to actually do that. So if you just look there, a better shot of how the new track meets old. Focus. So yeah, you can see that the new track meeting the old track there, and it looks great. The one thing I have to say is that Bolliger and Mabillard make some of the best looking coasters without colour on them in general. Like the spine of a B&M coaster just looks amazing, and it gives it its own identity as well. Like, you know, a B&M track when you see one, or at least enthusiasts do.
Good for the optics these days.
I know. Something's been moved. I couldn't see it actually. Coastalytical just got a better shot than me, and we're getting another shot. Oh, you can see it. There you go. Just through middle of trees. Look, they're not supports. It's like old piping work. I wonder if that's piping from the waterfalls that we used to have for Nemesis. That obviously stopped due to the water leaking into groundwater or something. I think, because it had dye in it, red dye. So yeah. Right, so we're done. There's not much going on today. A lot of looks like they've just moved some pipes, old pipes, maybe for the water features that they had. The station's looking spot on. One of the walls, inside walls, has now been painted, thanks to Coastalytical for that. Yeah, it's just looking amazing. I'm really, really excited to see what the full outcome of Nemesis is going to be, specifically the station. The station looks really good at the moment. I did say in the previous video that I wanted it to be black, but no, it needs to stay as it is now, and I hope that the rest of the track is stenciled to match the whole track. But yeah, it looks amazing. But thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and peace.